name is Christopher Kennedy, and I am the Research Director for the Institute for Applied Aesthetics. You are here in the Institute. The Institute is a school. It's a school for research and learning located in Bushwick, Brooklyn. And we like to study schools. It's a school for schools. We had our first class last December, and it was about the topic of conversation. So we use this public space here as a laboratory, as a community center, as a school, and the idea is really to explore what does learning mean, what does learning have to do with creative and artistic practice. And so we do that in a number of ways. We make research publications. The one that we're working on right now is called How We Work, and it analyzes an independent art space or a collaborative group each issue, and we kind of go into the inner workings of how they make things happen in their community. We also do a couple of online projects. The one that I'm focusing on right now is called Groups and Spaces, and this is a collaborative effort between Basecamp, located in Philadelphia, and Temporary Services in Chicago. And they're both collaborative art groups, and the idea is to create this kind of open source database of independent art spaces and groups around the country, and hopefully internationally. And we're hoping to launch that most likely in February, the beta version. And the Groups and Spaces platform will kind of like allow people around the country to submit information about their independent art space, about their group, where do they get their funding from, how do they engage their communities, what kinds of programs and services they offer, and what kind of collaborative kind of opportunities come from those resources. And yeah, so I have a lending library over here that I would like to show you really quickly. This is an issue of How We Work. First one is looking at Elsewhere Artist Collaborative, and this is located in Greensboro, North Carolina, and they're amazing, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
3-story converted thrift store that is now become this kind of living museum for objects that were left behind. And so you can kind of see here like a sculpture they did of
wonderful.
all these baby dolls that were left behind. And what I'm really interested in is kind of like sociogramming these, so kind of looking at relationships between all the different kinds of programs and services. And so I create these kinds of faceted diagrams of sorts that really kind of give people an understanding of how this space works and how does it kind of interface with the community and the region at large. And so we have like just like a lot of materials here. People can come here for research sessions, take a book out. I'm really about kind of like making information open source and allowing people to kind of use that as inspiration for possible projects in the future. So hopefully the Groups and Spaces database online will actually become a library in real space and time. So I'm working with folks at Columbia and also with the Teaching Artists Union that one of my friends who's actually next door is working on right now. And the Teaching Artists Union is a union of artists located in the city that consider teaching a part of their creative practice. And so we have monthly meetings, we talk about teaching artist issues, and right now the major project we're actually working on is called School of the Future. I want to show you a map of School of the Future.
Sure, please do.
So the map is located in a file. So School of the Future is going to open up in July. And this is Sergeant Doherty Park in Bushwick.
How wonderful.
We're the cusp of Bushwick and Greenpoint and Williamsburg. I would say it's about, maybe 5,000 square feet or so. And so we've been given permission by the Parks Department to take over this park and make it into a pop-up school for the summer. And so it's going to be open for the month of July. It's going to be run by teaching artists and based on the philosophy of teaching artists. And so this is a project of the Teaching Artists Union. And the principal is Cassie Thornton, who's one of my collaborators. And so we're working together to make this school happen. And so we're going to put out a call for curriculum most likely in February.
Would you consider it maybe kind of like an installation or a community installation, or is something that you'd like for it to become a larger project?
Yeah, it's an art project for sure,
Okay.
But it's also a school in a lot of ways. We're really interested in the art movement of education, all these kind of artist-run schools that have, I think, really become in vogue in the past couple of years. And we're really interested in kind of the art world meeting the education world meeting the art world, and not just focusing on the institution of art education, but on other disciplines within that realm. So like museum educators, informal educators, environmental educators, K-12 educators, and also college and university level professors. So it'll be a school for everybody. And it's about responding to the site. So it's about responding to this kind of I don't know, this park that needs a lot of help in a lot of ways, and this neighborhood that's in the middle of these interesting interfaces. So they've got the Con Edison power plant, the Staples kind of big